Good morning, you guys. It's Monday, December 26th, the day after Christmas. And just to introduce myself, hi, my name is Taylor. I am the founder and designer of NYGC let's try this again. Hi, my name is Taylor. I'm the founder and designer of NYGC by Taylor, or Not Your Grandma's Crochet, where I make crochet and needlepoint accessories and clothing items. That being said, it's currently like 8:30, and I need to pack for my friend's house. My brain is literally fried eggs right now. Yeah, I need to pack for my friend's house, and I guess that's kind of it. All right, let's pack, you guys. I'm currently very undecided about what I should pack in because I'm about to be at my friend's house for a whole week, and like I said, or I haven't said in this vlog yet, but this week is going to be a productive week. I also didn't say, if you're new here, I'm currently working on, let's say, a capsule collection for 2023. The past year, 2022, has been both the best year for my business, but also a year where I needed to kind of prioritize other things. And so I just look forward to next year being a bit more balanced between like finishing up school, because I'm a senior and I go to school in Ohio, and then starting to like go towards more full-time NYGC or my business. So that being said, this week where I have literally nothing to do but watch some pets, I want to get as much done for my collection as humanly possible. So I don't really know what bag to take. I only have the option of this ginormous suitcase, or like the small size of the suitcase, and like a bag. But honestly, I don't really want to stress about like how much I can fit in things. So let's just go with the big suitcase. Okay, so if you can see, I'm packed with my regular clothes. I decided to mostly just bring activewear and like comfy stuff because I'll be like walking the dog and things like that. And if I hang out with my friends, I brought one pair of jeans and one pair of nicer flare pants. But now is the task of packing up all of my yarn. I think I'm gonna do already made / mostly finished pieces on this side. I'm trying to think if it makes sense to bring like my blue cardigan and my beige cardigan. We're gonna have to pack them. I am a chronic overpacker. I don't know what it is about me, but I, one, have a fear of being bored, so I would pack more yarn than I could ever use in whatever amount of time I'm somewhere. But you know what? Things bring me happiness, and so here I am packing up more things. But yeah. Okay, so here we have the majority of my like whole yarn. All this blue yarn will be going towards a pair of pants that I want to make. This white yarn is for a set that's like shorts and a bralette. This pink yarn will be a skirt and a top, and this beige yarn will not be coming because it was for my mom's top. So let's line these up. I like to stick my yarn just straight vertically down in the suitcase. I find that that saves the most room and I can fit the most when I pack like that. I'm a little bit undecided about this yarn. I'll be making a version of the blue bag with this yarn, and I'm making that bag slightly deeper, so that's currently 4 inches. I'll be making it 5 inches, and I definitely don't need all this. And I also have a big ball. A ball about this size. So I think I'm just going to grab one. Yeah, let's call that. And then this ball. That should be enough. I guess I should also add some things have like complete matching sets, but for the matching set for this purple yarn, I will be making a cropped NYGC cardigan using the yarn from this sweater and skirt. Okay, so I have all these little pieces. You can't even really see them, but essentially I will be making, hopefully, a corset using a similar technique that I use to make my bags, and so I don't want to lose all these tiny pieces, so I'm just going to stick them in this Tom's bag. Shout out to Tom's. Buy one, give one. I've had this bag since maybe 6th grade. She's a real one. The shoes are ugly, but the bag, it's come in handy many times. That's pretty much that. In terms of current pieces in progress, we have this regular size, original size NYGC cardigan that I still have to make the sleeve for and add buttons. We have this cropped, tied up cardigan that has one sleeve fully done, and I need to do another sleeve, and also the ties are kind of wonky, so I need to figure out the right length for each tie. Now over here, we have I was about to say something like every designer needs their toolkit. Yeah, let's go with that. This is my toolkit. My aunt got it for me for my birthday a few years ago because she thought it'd be perfect for my crochet stuff, and it was in fact. So I keep like my buttons, my purse hardware, my elastic, my bands for my scrunchies, all those sorts of things in here. So I'm just going to stick right here. Perfect fit. Additionally, we have the felled skirt. It was off to a right track. If you watched the vlog, I'm just going to repeat myself until you guys know me well enough. So I attempted to make a skirt like this, but if you can't tell, I'm definitely a little bit like curvy and stuff like that, and so I prefer techniques where I can try it on as I go because I don't have any confidence in myself. So I'm remaking how I do this. When I remade it, I made it just a little bit too big. So I went to my 3rd try and it's off to a better start, but I'm still going to bring this yarn to utilize once because we don't waste yarn in this house. If you didn't know, that's kind of the special thing about crochet, and I guess knitting also. It's really easy to not waste yarn because you can just unravel whatever you've been working on. So like that purple set over there, it was cute while it lasted, but not really my vibe anymore. So I'm just going to repurpose the yarn for something that is more so my vibe. Anywho, over here we have the white set that I was telling you about. This is the bralette. I actually finished this pretty early in the semester, but I got to the part where I needed to do a bunch of chains for like the straps and stuff. Couldn't be bothered. Could not be bothered. So hopefully we will feel like finishing this up. And then we have the shorts that I was working on. I initially was going to make shorts with the similar front panel, back panel technique, but me, my thighs, my hips, we weren't enjoying that process. So then I got pretty far working on this with a larger hook, and I just don't like how thick this feels. I'm using a very thin yarn. This is weight 3 yarn, and so I want this to be, I mean, crochet can never, I shouldn't say never, it would be really hard to get crochet as thin as, let's say, these pajama shorts, but I can definitely get it thinner than this. So I'm just switching this to a smaller hook size to hopefully make this a little bit thinner and a little bit more breathable. So we will take this, me just winding up the yarn. Anywho, tell me in the comments, like, are you guys also other crocheters? Do you know any fiber arts at all, i.e. how to sew, how to knit, how to crochet, how to do needlepoint? What's y'all's dealio? Are you just interested in like the small business behind the scenes? Let me know. For here we have the panels for the long version of that pink cropped tied up. I'm really happy with the length of this one, but I have to do a whole nother panel still before I can like really start putting it together. This one's more so put together so you can kind of see. It's like such a good length. Like it covers up my butt a good bit, and I'm planning on hopefully having enough yarn to make a corset and skirt in this also, because I think the styling for that would be extremely cute. If you didn't know, blue is my favorite color. It's my brand's color, and at any chance I can have new baby blue yarn pieces, I'm going to make it for myself. And that's just that on that. Last but not least, I'm pretty packed up, and this thing is about to be very heavy, and my friend's house has some very steep stairs that I'm not excited to walk up with, but that's a problem for another tailor. So you just need to pack up these pieces. I really like this set. I made this set this time 2 years ago. I really wanted to wear it as a New Year's Eve outfit, but I wasn't able to finish the skirt in time, so I just wore the sweater, which was still really cute. The one thing that I didn't love about it is it's just so freaking thick, and when I'm in Ohio, like, the sweater is fine, but having such a thick skirt, I use the same yarn that I use for my cardigans, and it just is, you know, thicker, much better for cardigans than it is for a skirt set. So while I like the idea of this, it wasn't practical for the yarn. So we're taking this. The even longer story about where this came from, because technically this will be the 3rd time that I'm unraveling this, because if I can find photos I'll put it here, but this was actually a like ruffled top with like a midi length ruffled skirt that I actually made matching for my mom. My mom still has hers, but I'm a snob for making sure that I use the right thickness of yarn for certain things, and this as a top and skirt, both short sleeve and long sleeve, just wasn't, it was very hot, and I am a sweaty gal, so yeah. So for bringing this to unravel it, I'm thinking I'm not really the type to make like a hat, a scarf, a pair of leg warmers, none of those sorts of things. Here it is. I hate when I tell people that I crochet and they're like, oh, like, could you make me a hat? And I'm like, yeah, anyone could make you a hat though. Like, there's nothing, this is just my opinion, there's not a lot of uniqueness that can be made when you're making a hat. Like, you can maybe make the hat with a different color, maybe with a few different colors, make it a pattern, give it a texture, maybe even add little bear ears to it, or cat ears, or bunny ears, or make it a baklava. I don't think that's how you pronounce it. I think it's called a balaclava. Anywho, there's not, at the end of the day, there's not that much variation from hat to hat. So I don't really enjoy it. They are kind of time-consuming projects in the sense that a hat, for me at least, can take anywhere from 6 to 8 hours, and I would rather spend those 6 to 8 hours working on a cute top, or working on a skirt, or making a bag, versus making a hat. And don't even get me started on a scarf. I don't think to date I've ever made a scarf. My freshman year, I had this wonderful roommate named Andy, if you're watching, hey girl, hope you're doing good. And she had all these really good scarves, and like I said, I go to school in Ohio, so it is quite practical to have a scarf. And I didn't have my business really at the time. I made a few things, but like it wasn't really a consistent thing, just because I was getting adjusted at school. And so I was on a mission to make this waffle stitch scarf. Number one, I was doing it very incorrectly, and so the waffle texture was really only on the front and not on the back, and it wasn't really easy to see. And two, I made it like so wide, like I think it was like this wide, and then I just had to keep going up, and yeah, that ended up getting unraveled, and I've never attempted a scarf since. Last but not least, we have this skirt. I'm hoping to repurpose this skirt because I actually really like it, but I like the idea of it, let's put it that way, but I don't like how thick the band is, and I also don't think I want these skirts to be the ones with slits. I think I just want this to be a regular circle skirt. If I redo this one, this will be its third life also. Another really short story was this summer I turned 21, and so I wanted to make 3 outfits for my 21st birthday. There was going to be a dress, a pant and shirt combo, and then a skirt and shirt combo. Now you might be thinking, Taylor, that sounds really ambitious. Girl, it was. And so by like the day before my birthday, I realized that dress haven't really started, not happening. That pant and shirt combo, I had only gotten through like 2/3 of one leg of the pant, so that wasn't happening. But the shirt and skirt combo, I had a really good idea of what I wanted, and I already had the skirt as a base. It had some other things on it, but I was like, okay, I can easily take off the things on this skirt that I don't like and make it the right length, and then I just have to make the shirt. I'm working all day on my birthday. My birthday dinner was at like 7 p.m. I think, and that was the only thing I planned. I didn't have like another dress or like another look that I was thinking. I really seriously thought I was going to be able to get this done. And so all day on my birthday, my mom's checking in on me, and she's like, you know, like, are you good? Like, do you want to go on a walk? do you want me to make you breakfast for your birthday? Like, stuff like that. And I'd be like, yes to the breakfast, no to the walk. I really just want to finish this up. Like, if I finish this up, I will feel so good. Well, I did not, no, I'm lying to you. I did finish it up. But where I went wrong is that the top that I was basing it off of, I had used a different yarn. I don't think I have an example of that yarn over here, but it's a little bit less stretchy of a yarn. And so when I put the top on with this other yarn, it was so small, and like, it was like one of my tops where it like is just one front panel, and then it like has a tie like under here, and it was like a halter version. Y'all, that thing was hideous. If I could show you, I would, but that yarn went towards the mid-length version of the tied up cardigan. But yeah, it was so bad. And so I was like, okay, you know, like, I have this skirt at least, like I can turn a look with this skirt. it just didn't end up happening. Thankfully, that Sunday or the next day, I ended up wearing that skirt with one of my already existing tops because I went out for dinner with my friends. But yeah, that was like, I'll talk more about this summer and like what happened this summer, but that was like the first moment during the summer where I was like, oh, I'm kind of doing a lot. Oh dear, I can already feel it. She's solid, but I committed. I said, oh, okay. If I was flying home right now, I think this would pass the weight limit. So in terms of non-yarn things that I'm bringing, I have my pack of crochet hooks. I will try to link this. I got these on Amazon. I really like it because one side are ergonomic hooks and the other side are regular aluminum hooks. And they come with like a pretty good range of different sizes, and then they also come with like, I don't know, just some other nice crochet necessities. So I'm going to pack this up. Yeah, then you have my measuring tape, which, to be honest, when I first started crocheting, I wasn't really big into using a measuring tape, mostly because most things I was just making for myself or for my mom. But as I'm starting to sell more, it's important that I measure myself along the way so that when I'm asking a customer for their measurements, I know exactly what measurements to use. And I also know that like if I measure my arm and it says 18 inches, that if I want like a good slouchy look, I'm going to have to crochet to at least like 21 inches or something like that without measuring. There's definitely been times in the past where I've mailed out things that if I had measured, I probably would have known better. But you know the saying, when you know better, you do better. So these are my crochet hooks. Then I have my planners. This is my general planner, like my business planner, my school planner, my academic planner. That's school and academics are kind of the same thing. Then my mom just got me this planner. Every Christmas she gets me a planner, and so I think what I want to do with this one is make this like a reflection planner, maybe like a prayer journal sort of thing. So I'm trying to commit that starting today, every day I'll write down, you know, just my hopes and prayers that day, and then maybe make a checklist of some things that I'm looking forward to, so that hopefully maybe later, 6 months, 7 months, I'll be able to look at that checklist and maybe be able to check off some things. I don't know. I'm trying to be a lot more reflective. I've always wanted to have a journal and stuff, but my attention span is just kind of not the best for things like that. Additionally, I have my pencil pouch, which, fun fact, very sad fact, I actually left this at home this entire semester and devastated. I was devastated without my pencil pouch. I'm a school supply girly through and through, and so when I don't have access to my school supplies, and it was also kind of like the school supplies I have are a little bit pricey, so I'm not just going to repurchase all of them when I know I have a perfectly good set at home. And so yeah, it was very frustrating. Also, we have the charger for my new MacBook, as well as my new MacBook. I am so glad that I invested and got this thing. Additionally, I cannot go anywhere without this. This is the recipe essentially to all my crochet items. I'm starting to switch more to digital stuff, but for the time being, everything's written out here. Hi you guys, it's currently 3:13 p.m. I'm obviously in my friend's house now. Been here for a minute, all the pets are settled. We'll have to figure out the vlogging setup because this house just gets so much light. But for the next like 2 hours, I'm just going to work on this and watch some TV. And then at 5, I have to do my Instagram posting. And yeah, we'll see how much I get done today. Like I said, my main goal today was just to get settled here and stuff like that. But I would ideally like to finish this panel and at least work on the NYGC cardigan sleeve a bit and maybe get some work done on the skirt. But we'll see how much that happens. Good morning, you guys. It's currently, I literally couldn't tell you what time it is. Let's say 9:30. It's day 2, pet sitting for my friend. And yesterday I definitely intended to get more done, but I was just enjoying time with the pets, and yeah, I ended up going to sleep pretty early, like I think 9:30, so feeling very well rested. I didn't finish the panel that I worked on, but I'm pretty close to being done. And then yeah, so today I definitely want to finish this panel, and I think I want to finish the second one of these and maybe start on the bottom. Right now I think I'm going to work on this pink cardigan and try to get more done on the sleeve. And I think what I'm going to try to do is get as much work done on this medium today, as well as work on the cardigan and the skirt. Then tomorrow I'll work on the small and get as much done on the small. And then Thursday, I think that I'm going to try to work on the mini all day, because I think I can finish one of those in one day, but I'm going to have to test myself. So yeah, mini Thursday. And then crochet wise, once I finish this sleeve, I'll be working on the skirt for at least the next day and a half. And I have to do the skirt in order to be able to work on the shorts or the pants. So I want to prioritize the skirt, this cardigan, and the other pink crop tie cardigan. Because once I finish the cropped version of the tie-up cardigan, I can work on the mid-length version. Just like once I finish the original length version of this pink cardigan, I can work on the lilac cropped. So yeah, we'll see. One of these days I actually want to try to pull not an all-nighter, but just see like how long I can work. I guess that'll be Thursday. I usually try to plan around my social media posting days, so I post on social media for clients Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then a little bit on the weekend. And so while I'm at home at least, and even at school, Tuesday, Thursdays are the day that I either prioritize schoolwork or crochet. When I go back to school, I only have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, so it'll be a schoolwork prioritized day, whereas Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't have any classes. I just have work, both work on campus, social media work, and then doing NYTC. Additionally, today I really need to answer questions from this online publication that's been reaching out to me for like since August. This will be my second feature with them, and yeah, this semester was just so chaotic that I would try to like get it done, and then it just wouldn't happen, or I literally would just forget. So that's priority today as well. But currently the cats are enjoying some time in this like nice little sun porch that they have, so until they decide they want to come back in, I think I'm just gonna crochet, and then once they come back in, I will take the dog on a WALK. And yeah, like I said, I have no idea what time it is, but let's make today productive. So it's currently 8:23, and I've definitely made some progress. I got pretty far. Why does it look like this? I got pretty far on this sleeve. I just need to do the cuff part, but since I don't know if I mentioned this, essentially I ended up putting a poll up on my Instagram and people said they preferred the original ruffliness. I mean, it was kind of split like 70-30, but I personally prefer the original ruffliness also, so I'm going to switch to that. And since I'm tired of looking at pink, I'm just going to do the cuff and the ruffle for this sleeve tomorrow, as well as redo this one because I need to redo the ruffle, and I also need to make this sleeve 2 rows longer. I also finished one of the sides for the medium panel, and I started on the other side. I think I'm gonna continue working on this. I'm currently watching Big Mouth, and I have like 1.5 more episodes to go, so I'm going to finish that out, then probably go to the room that I'm staying in and just crochet in there for the rest of the night. I think because the house is so quiet and like the animals are all sleepy and stuff, like it's 8:23 and I could easily tuck myself into bed. I mean, I have energy, but just like the vibes are very bedtimey. I'm going to resist doing that because I actually want to be productive, but getting cozy in the room that I'll be in should be nice. So yeah, let's see how much of this panel I can get done while I finish up Big Mouth. Let's work on this panel, and yeah, let's see how much I get done. Good morning, you guys. It's currently 9:28. What day is it? Wednesday, December 28th. So as you can see, I did not end up vlogging again yesterday. I did like sit in the room I was staying in and crochet for a little bit, but the cats were just so like peaceful when I felt like the light. I don't know, I'm very like, when it comes to pets, I have such a soft spot, so I'm going to do just about anything to please a pet. I mean, with boundaries, but like I will, if I see a cat is resting, I'm going to try to keep them resting for as long as possible. So anywho, I end up going to sleep with them at like 9:30. So at least I feel really well rested. I technically am allergic to dogs especially, so it's probably been good for my immune system that I've been getting so much sleep. I mean, I honestly feel fine, but I'm still popping an allergy pill just so that when I leave here I don't reap the repercussions of my, I don't freaking know. Anyways, so I intend to start this morning with a little bit of planner work, but I only have one pen and I don't have very much ink in it. So I'm trying to tell myself it will be fine if I have to write with a different ink color for the rest of the month. It really frustrates me to do that. Do I not have a pen anywhere else? Wait, I think I might have another pen. God is good. I did have another pen, a completely full pen, as well as the colors that I'm using for the month of December. This might sound crazy to someone who's not into like stationery, and especially someone who's not into planners, but I don't know, ever since I was a little kid, like I literally got in trouble once when I was really young for getting into my mom's pen drawer, and it was heaven to me. Like the amount of just different types of pens she had felt tip pens like these, and like those jelly roll sparkly gel pens, and ever since then I had a love for pens. And even in like elementary school, my like best friend in elementary school was also equally obsessed with stationery stuff and like cute pencil pouches and like cute erasers and stuff like that. And so like for a time in 4th grade, her mom would literally get us matching stuff. And yeah, I love stationery. And like, leave a comment below if you guys also went through that phase in middle school where you needed to perfect your handwriting. Like you would, maybe I'll insert a picture, you would write your A like this, or like write like this, or like, yeah, you just were like testing out different handwriting styles to see which was the best for you. Just girly things. I haven't been doing my planner the whole time that I've been here, and so I really want to get back into it. I also still never answered those questions from that publication, so I think I'm going to work on those a little bit. I don't know what it is, like why I'm having to force myself to do this. It's literally like the answers don't even have to be that great right now, because they're going to resend it to me so that I can edit both the pictures that I send and my answers. So like, I don't know, I literally just need to sit down and do it. Today is a Wednesday though, so it is a social media posting day. So I also need to think through what I'm going to be posting for each of my clients. One of them I know for sure. The second one, I need to create something. And the third one, I think I know, but I don't know if I have it on my phone anymore. So, yeah. Let's see how much work I can get done. The cats are currently outside on the sun porch, and the dog will want to go on a WALK pretty soon, but right now he's asleep under me. So let's see how much work I can get done before all those things come to a head. All right, I'm back. Took the dog on a WALK. I did not finish my planner. I did not answer the questions for the publication, but I did make myself breakfast. So we're gonna call that a win for now. Now, today, yesterday I mentioned that I'm trying to space out what I'm working on which day. Monday and Tuesday I was working on the medium. Today I'm working on the small, which is going to be a black small. I'm really excited to finally have a black small for myself, but also I just need to test to make sure that you can't see the plastic canvas through the black, because I've only made maybe 1 or 2 black bags before, and I feel like the first time it looked completely fine, but the second time there were a few spots where I could see the plastic, and I don't love that. Also, I'm going to work on the mid-length tied up accordion, just because I need to finish the back panel to this front panel. And yeah, I'll probably work up until I need a snack. Then I'll do some more planner stuff and maybe answer those questions. And then I will clean the cat's litter boxes, get the mail, and do my social media postings. I think that's how today's gonna go. So yeah, let's see how much of the small panels I can get done. These definitely go by a lot faster typically than the medium, but I just recently made the small a little bit deeper, I think is what I'm going to call it. Typically this would only be 3 inches deep, but I'm making it 4 inches just because of the reason that I need to make sure that yarn can easily fit into my bag. No comment. This is just truly not my angle, but we did not come here to see how good Taylor looks on camera, so who cares? So it's a lot later, it's like 6:30. I finished a side panel and started another side panel. I think I did all this, I took a break around 3:30 to have a snack, and then I was going to procrastinate doing the feature for a little bit longer, but I decided while I was sitting I might as well do it, and I'm actually really glad that I took the time to do it. It was like nice, like the questions that they asked were really nice to like reflect on my business journey, especially like with this being the last week of 2022, and it like prompted me to want to like post on Instagram and just like, you know, start posting about this year and stuff like that. And honestly, I don't know how much I want to get into it right now, but this year has truly been life-changing in like both positive and like interesting kind of ways. Like essentially around this time last year I actually had COVID and it was like pretty bad. Wasn't doing too hot and I was like fully out for 2 weeks. And then right after that, the cats are fighting. Right after that, I went back to school and my boyfriend got COVID right when we got back to school. So then I just spent a week or two just really grinding on my next collection because my website had been closed that whole time. And then school got crazy and I had initially planned to make both a medium size of my NYGC handbag and a small size of my NYGC handbag, but school got crazy and like I really wanted to reopen my website. So I sat down, I finished the medium, and it was like a snowstorm the night that I finished the medium. And like it was snowing so bad that the college gave the professors the option to either have online class or just cancel class, which literally never happened. And so that day I ended up taking like a bunch of pictures for my brand. Maybe I'll put some here. And yeah, it was like kind of like perfect because it was the exact amount of time that I needed in order to like prep my website, because I said I was going to launch that Friday and I was able to launch one time. And that was kind of like one of my first collections that like I was both getting good website traction, my Instagram stuff wasn't doing terrible, and like I got like 1 or 2 orders that day. And so I'm working on the orders, but my mental health kind of also started to decline around the same time that I launched my website and was working on orders. And it was sort of like the first point in the year that I was dealing with difficulty concentrating on things, and like I was truly frustrated. Like I remember one week I really wanted to get out this bag for my friend because she ordered it for her sister's birthday, her twin sister, and when she initially ordered it, it was like plenty of time for me to get it out in time. But with my like brain stuff that was going on, like just like my inability to concentrate and like I don't know, there's some other things going on, I was having a lot of difficulty getting it done. And so it was like the week of their birthday, they're twins, and the friend is actually abroad in the UK right now, and the twin sister is in Illinois. So it was like I was delivering it straight to the twin sister essentially. And I kept telling the girl like, hey, or like my friend, like, hey, I promise you I'm going to get this out on time. Like I'll get it out that day. And I would try to pull all-nighters that whole week trying to get the bag out in time. And I ended up having to overnight it, and I think I paid like $65 to overnight it because I was, going to keep my promise. But I mean, I really like, what I did was not healthy. I don't recommend it to anyone. I am the type of person who tries their very hardest to keep their promises, and so I know that even if I give you the advice to not do it, that if something like that were to happen again, I would do it. So all that happens, I get the girl's bag out. At this point, I got some more orders, and so I'm working on those. And yeah, like I'm creating, I don't really have the bandwidth to both work on orders and work on school and like work on new things. So it was kind of an interesting time, to say the least. I really like appreciate my boyfriend in particular for being extremely understanding. Oh, I didn't even say. So around the same time that I was stressing out about trying to make sure that I get the girl's sister's bag out in time, it was also my dad's birthday, and okay, so my dad's birthday was on Thursday. I was hoping to get the bag out that Thursday because that was kind of like the last day that I could deliver it to my campus post office and get it out on time. And I was working so hard, and the campus post office closes at 5, I want to say, and it's like 4:30. I thought I completed everything, but I like am working on the strap, like the detachable strap, and literally I ran out of yarn, and that was too much for me. And all day I'd been telling myself, Taylor, like, your dad's birthday is today, make sure that you call him and wish him a happy birthday. And after I ran out of yarn, between me just feeling devastated that I might not get the bag out in time, I was just also just so freaking exhausted that all I could do was get in bed, curl up into a ball, and cry. And my family was so concerned about me because my dad, like, I ended up like taking if you're a sad girl, then you know about like a sad nap, like those types of naps where like you just like the only thing you can do with yourself is to put yourself to sleep. So I was taking a sad nap, and I ended up getting like a bunch of calls from my dad because obviously it was odd that I hadn't wished him a happy birthday yet. And I also got a bunch of calls from my mom. Mind you, my parents are divorced. I already said, whenever both of them are calling you or we're on the phone with them at the same time, nothing good is happening. And so I like end up picking the phone for my dad, and I'm just like crying, and I'm so apologetic that I hadn't wished him a happy birthday, and he's so concerned about me. And it was bad. Like, it was probably the first time that I mentioned to my mom all the issues I was having with my brain. And she was like, oh, like COVID brain fog, like it's probably just that, like, like just be easy on yourself and take vitamins and like get rest and eat food. And so, like, I'm the type of person where like once I can pinpoint something, I am able to acknowledge when it's happening and like try to find a solution for it. And that was working for a while. I was eating good, taking vitamins. I, was getting the rest of my orders out. And then I started working on my spring collection. And I was really excited about this collection. I wanted to be like a whole thing, but I was also kind of motivated by the fact that at my school we have this Black women's organization, and they were putting on this conference that included like a dinner and a brunch, and I wanted to make a cute outfit to wear to both. And I thought I had given myself enough time to get both outfits done, but that didn't end up happening. To say the least, I finished up the small size of the NYTC handbag, and I make a top to wear to the brunch, and that was really fun. It was nice to hear like the girls be so complimentary to my work, and like the conference itself was really, really fun. And then I think the next day after that, I ended up opening no, I'm lying to you. I can't remember the order exactly. I launched my website. I reopened my website again with the small size on a Friday. And honestly, I kind of didn't have any expectations for that launch. I just knew that I really wanted to launch the small. And I was happy with the one top I made, and I made a few accessories. And yeah, I really had no expectations for the launch. So when I did finally get my website up and I posted a TikTok and a reel, there's always like that little feeling in the back of your head as a small business owner that you're like, wow, like I hope that, my post gets, a good amount of likes, or at least the same likes as normal, or I hope that my story gets as many views as normal. I wasn't necessarily like hoping for orders and stuff, because at that point in time, I wasn't really used to getting orders as soon as I launched. I honestly typically just got orders at random points in time, so if I hadn't gotten any orders, it wouldn't have been any different. But not getting the amount of likes that I'm used to was a little bit devastating, especially because I felt like I had put a lot of work into the content I made. It was essentially like a video showing me at various points making the bag. And I was just kind of like, like, it's whatever. And so I ended up taking a nap and waking up, and I am a posse scholar at the school that I attend. Not sure if you know what that is, but it's essentially a like big scholarship. I don't want to get into it. It's essentially a scholarship. So anyways, my posse was going out for dinner that night, and at dinner I randomly checked my phone, or maybe I checked it beforehand. Either way, at some point I checked my phone and I realized, oh, like the video I posted on TikTok is doing a lot better than usual. I can't remember what number, maybe at 10. No, I think I was on Instagram, and my Instagram video had 10,000 views. I don't know. One or the other had 10,000 views. And so by the end of the night, I was checking my TikTok, and I think I had hit 100,000 views. And I was like, what? Like, literally the most views I had ever hit at that point was maybe like 1,000 over the course of a few months, or 800 in maybe a month. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. And TikTok for me was like very much so low effort, like just posting whenever I felt like it, because I had maybe 197 followers, nothing too crazy. So anyways, the next day I had to work, and so I'm working and I get a notification that somebody ordered, and I was like, wow, like that's exciting. And like, you can see where people came from, and like I could tell she was from TikTok. And so I checked my TikTok. I'm not gonna make up numbers, let's just say it was a very big number, and I was like, wow, like, and it was a big number, and it was still growing, and I was getting more and more followers every single day. And at that point I had hit 1,000 followers, and everybody was commenting like, put the link in your bio, like at 1,000 followers you can link your website in your bio. And it was just like such an exciting time. And by the end of that weekend, I think I had, let's see, 4 bag orders, or maybe 3 bag orders and a top order. And that was like the most orders I've ever had at one time. Usually I have 2 orders and maybe something to do for my mom. So usually like 1 or 2 and then something for my mom. That's it. And so 5 orders, I was like, this is insane. And I was also going into finals week, so I couldn't really get like much work done on the orders. I just decided to wait until I got home. But yeah, that was, I wish that, and we'll talk about this more later, I wish that my memory allowed me to remember that moment again. Like, I really hate that I can't remember the numbers and I can't remember the order of events, but I do just remember feeling absolutely amazing about, I don't know, the fact that I was able to have a semi-successful video that wasn't like a, me trying to be cute, or like me dancing to like, I don't know, a sound or something like that. Like, it was literally me just like this, in random clips of me working. Like, it was amazing to know that I could be myself and have a video do well. And yeah, that kind of just leads me into the summer. I was booked and busy. I literally sent out at least 1 bag every single week of the summer up until July 22nd. And I think I only didn't send out a bag maybe 2 weeks out of the summer. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of work, and I honestly think that going through that this summer was what I needed, what my brand needed. I didn't know how much it really took to run a made to order business, because every other time before that my orders were very manageable. I think it also taught me that for the amount of work that I was putting into these bags, I was not charging enough. I'm extremely happy that my customers were able to get my bags at that price, because I can't tell you that they'll ever be that inexpensive ever again, just because one, they literally take a lot of time. Like, I think a small one at this point in time takes me around 23-24 hours. Yeah, they take a lot of time, and in taking a lot of time, they were also taking a physical toll on my body. Like, there'd be days where I had to stop because my hands were in so much pain, and I was like, okay, Taylor, you are doing a lot for $75. You're doing a lot. So I think it was good that I learned that lesson. But yeah, it was both the best summer ever and kind of a sad summer for me in a way, just because well, let's just start with my birthday. Essentially, I had this idea that back at the end of May, I was like, you know what? I'm turning 21 in June, and I want to make 3 different outfits for my birthday. I want to make a brunch outfit to go out with my friends. I want to make a outfit for my family birthday dinner, and maybe like a going out, fancier dinner outfit. And I was making okay progress, but at a certain point, I realized that I really wanted to get the bags out at least within a month. Like, that was my goal. I needed to get the bags out within a month that the person ordered. And so once I put that into perspective, I wasn't able to make 3 outfits. I don't think I emphasized enough that on my birthday at 6:30 p.m. or 6 p.m., my birthday dinner was at 7 p.m. At 6 p.m., when I tried on the skirt and shirt and realized that there was no way I was going to be able to wear that to my birthday dinner, I don't think I emphasized enough how devastating that was for me. Like, I was in my room psychotically crying, like the type of crying where I'm like, I know I should not be crying right now. I need to laugh, I need to cheer myself up, but there's like tears streaming down my face, and I'm frantically searching through my closet trying to figure out what to wear. And it didn't help that my mom, when I walked in my room, because mind you, she's expecting me to wear this outfit that I literally spent the past 24 hours working on. And when I walked downstairs in this other outfit, she's like, oh, like, you look cute. And I'm like, yeah, don't want to talk about it. And we get to the restaurant, and my mom loves taking pictures. And when I'm in a good mood, I don't mind taking pictures, but I wasn't in the best mood. And so me and my mom are taking pictures, and she whispers to me, she goes, I know that you're a little upset that you're not wearing the outfit you made, but you look beautiful. Y'all, that was too much. I just broke down. I was like, please, I don't want to talk about it. And so if I learn how to put in photos once again, I'll add a photo here. The way in which you can tell I'm crying in these pictures, it was not cute. It was not cute. Yeah. Not cute. But yeah, so that was a moment from the summer. And then, as the summer continues, I'm still working, I'm taking on more orders, but I'm also telling my mom that, I want to work on my collection, my next collection, and she's like, are you gonna have time to do all this stuff? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm gonna have time. But at a certain point, at the end of June, I realized, okay, Taylor, you need to close your website again. You have reached your cap for orders, and if you're going to want to work on a new collection, you're going to need Penelope. You're going to need to stop working on orders at some point. I'm so thankful that I did that, because while I was not able to work on a new collection at any point in time,
when I had closed my website, I did end up finding out that I was extremely quite allergic to gluten. Um, what I would do to not have to look at every single ingredient, because otherwise I will have to tell my boyfriend, oh no, I think I got gluten, and he'll ask me, did you look at the ingredients? And I say, no, I've eaten this before. I I I I think something that we don't talk about enough, and I think we're talking about it more because a lot of businesses talk about, or a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, people in general, are talking about mental health and like the effects of that on like your productivity and like your business. And I also think that we're talking more about like when you're sick or when you have the flu and how that can really like cause you to need to take some time off. But what I don't hear enough are the people with allergies talking about how much it affects our productivity when we eat something that we weren't supposed to have. Suffice to say that allergies have really rocked my world. I think, you know, during the semester, I started out being like, I really want to launch this new collection and like at the beginning of October. And October rolls around and I realized that's not happening. And I'm like, okay, like I'll try to get up by November. And November rolls around and things are worse than ever with like my brain feeling, and like I'm constantly getting glutened, and I end up just really having a breakdown with my mom. And I was like, I don't feel good. Like I know what I need to be doing in order to feel better, but it's like when I feel like I'm staying as far away from gluten as humanly possible, something happens that just rocks me, and I had no control of it. I guess I just say everything to say that this year has been both my best year business-wise, but also a very difficult year for me personally. I've had, I guess, more difficult years with my family, but like personally, this was a very challenging year. I don't know. Maybe this is just life in your 20s. Like you have so much good, positive things happen. When I think back to the year, I think of it as an overall great year. But I guess I hate to say that it was a good year when I know down to my core there are major things about this year that really stuck. Well, that was a much more deep conversation than I intended getting into, but I guess that's what was on my heart to share. Good morning, guys. It's currently like 11:15. I've been awake for a while, but I was doing some social media stuff as well as getting the pets all situated. Literally forgot my words. Today, I think I'm going to keep to my schedule, even though it hasn't been working out for the other bags, but I'm going to see how much of the mini I can get done today. I also want to work on the tied up mid-length cardigan a bit. All that crocheting I did while I was talking to y'all had to be unraveled last night because I used a hook that was too small. So let's see how much I can get done. This is the color that I'm using and I'm so excited. I've literally had this color since 2 years, maybe even 3 years. I was really committed to using, number one, I told myself I wasn't buying any new yarn for this collection. However much yarn I have, that's the yarn that I can use for it. And two, well, forgot number two, but regardless, I'm just excited to use this yarn and see how it looks as a mini bag. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. Let's see how much I get done today. Well,
I found out that I had something called trench mouth.
anywho, Well, it's 2:49 and I finished both of the side panels and I was starting on working on the bottom panel when I realized I grabbed the wrong one. This is one of the ones that I accidentally cut into when I was trying to make one of the other panels. So I will not be able to make a whole mini in a day because I don't have one of the biggest panels. That's fine, I'll survive. I'll move on to another project. I think I'm going to take a snack break. Dang, that's such a bummer. I was really like in the zone. And it would be an easy fix if I was home and I like had all my plastic canvas with me so I could just cut a new one. But I only brought what I needed. So, and I mean, I have 1,000 other projects to work on. It's not like I don't have anything else to do. It's just like, dang, I was making good progress. I'm also watching the Woodstock documentary on Netflix, and the vibes just switched to where, like, you know, everything is like 100% going wrong. So very much so matching my energy right now. This lighting is questionable at best. It's currently 10:36 and I've been I've been back at my friend's house for a while. I went out to get Mexican food and margaritas at one point, and so I didn't really get a lot done after I had my snack. But I finished up the second side panel for the small black bag and started on the bottom for the small black bag. I was working on the medium second side panel, but didn't want to focus on that, and so I started working on the skirt. And yeah, honestly, today was a little, I don't know. I think I went into this pet sitting situation with pretty high expectations of how much I wanted to get done. And realistically, I think that I just needed some time to enjoy studying. To relax. So yeah, I'm not disappointed that I haven't gotten more done at this point because I've enjoyed, you know, getting some rest and like watching Netflix and playing with the animals and stuff like that. But I am just kind of like thinking to the future about how I really would like to have the majority of this stuff done before I get back to campus, because I am going to have to start back focusing on my research pretty heavily because I want to get that done pretty soon. But I also want to be able to open up my website, and I can't spend time doing both. I know at the end of the day what will probably happen is I'm just going to have to make this collection smaller, which I could definitely do, but I guess that kind of contradicts my feelings for this collection to begin with, because it isn't supposed to be like prepping you for the spring or giving you what you need for the fall cozy vibes. Like, it truly is just a capsule collection of kind of just some of the things that have been in my head for the past 2 years that I've had my business. And so yeah, we'll see what launching ends up looking like. I still don't have a date in my head. I'm thinking it will definitely be after Martin Luther King Day, so that's like January 17th. So yeah, we're looking at like an end of January type of launch, which is also about the same time that I'm hoping to finish up my research. So we'll see, but we're thinking too far ahead currently. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go to bed quite yet, but I did at least want to say good night to you guys. I'll see y'all in the morning. As you can see, my cute little pink bag is in the back. I'm so devastated. I think I left my yarn scissors in my friend's car, so I'm using toenail clippers. Toenail clippers. Very effective, but you have to be very careful because I have cut many a stitch using those. Oh well, actually, maybe this is the end of the vlog. Yeah, because I think I want to vlog Monday through Thursday and then Friday through Sunday. I'll have to figure out that logistically, but I know I've rambled a lot. Definitely catch you guys tomorrow in another vlog. I'll still be pet sitting. I think I'll be pet sitting through Sunday, January 1st. And hopefully the second part to this pet sitting adventure will be a little bit more productive now that I've gotten into the flow of like the pets are very comfortable around me and I feel comfortable in the space. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Once again, my name is Taylor. I'm the founder and creator of NYGC by Taylor, or Not Your Grandma's Crochet. And I hope that, the one thing that's a bummer about me ending the vlog here is that I wasn't really able to try anything on for you guys. So, hopefully things get more entertaining in this weekend's vlog. Maybe I'll actually be able to try something on. Stay tuned. Good night, you guys.